Merry Christmas. Boy, look at that road. We're leaving our house here, going down the road. We are on our way into to Lockhart to try and get something done with these drums. There's my son over there.
Merry Christmas.
That's General Dustin Darrell Smith. And we were on our way in to get these drums, see if we could find some parts. There's a gentleman up here that actually has a music store. And as I was thinking about these drums, I was thinking, what can I do today that's going to make a difference in my family's life? I have to tell you a quick story. As many of you know that follow this ministry, you know that the Lord impressed upon me to take a journey to Ohio with another brother. And I had to step out on that journey in complete faith. When I left Abilene, I tried to leave with $40, but I had to put 30 of that in the tank to get me to Abilene. Well, I was supposed to put the whole 40 in there, but I only put 30 so that I wouldn't be broke. You can't go 3,000 miles broke. The Lord just ain't gonna, He'll help you a little bit, but you got to have some money. So I thought. So I put the $10 in my pocket, 30 in the tank, and I run out of gas almost when I got to Brownwood, about 70 miles from where I needed to be. Long story short, I had to put the other $10 in the tank. So when I got to Abilene, where I was to meet up with my traveling party, I was 100% broke, no money. And I knew that we had set up our Christmas tree before we left, and I was thinking, well, we'll just go, and we've got several stops that we're going to make, and a little preaching, singing, and what have you, and the Lord will bless. He always takes care of things. But for some reason, this trip wasn't yielding any financial funds. And I wasn't concerned about that because we were seeing so many people whose lives were impacted for the Lord. And then my wife told me, she called me and told me that my son had said, "Mom, I know y'all are worried about Christmas presents. Don't worry about getting Christmas presents. I just don't want us to have any stress this year. If we can have as much joy and fun that we had last year, that'll be enough for us." And of course that made a difference in our lives, and my wife and I mean, it really touched us. This was coming from our just turned 11-year-old son that you just met. And as I was sitting here thinking of that, here it is, Christmas Eve. I've gotten back home. A few job deals that didn't turn out. But as I look back over the past month and a half now, and I realize the lives that have been touched by the gospel, not for monetary gain, but for the sake of seeing people have an eternal life. And my mind went to a friend of ours who owns a business. He got his truck and trailer, I think, loaded with equipment, stolen yesterday. Probably $40,000-$50,000 worth of equipment, maybe even more when you factor in the cost of the trucks. I couldn't help but my heart went out to this family. And then I thought about us and our tree, sitting there with no presents under it. And years ago, I changed from we got to buy presents to thank the Lord that I'm alive and thank the Lord that I have a promise of eternal life. And I thought about the joy that we had last Christmas. We didn't have much money. We had a little. We went to the dollar store and bought little trinkets and things, and our children really, really enjoyed opening all of the different little presents and seeing the little surprise, even though most of them only cost $1. And the things that we had really wished for, hoped to get our children for Christmas, the Lord impressed upon someone's heart to buy, clothing, socks and underwear, things like that, things the kids dread getting, but you appreciate giving. As I thought about those things, my heart went to this family that lost all of this equipment from their business. And though I had been praying that he would get all of this stuff back, my heart immediately thought about the joy that we experienced last Christmas with no money. And my hope and my prayer is this, that the Lord would give them the joy that we have, the joy that He's given our family, and that He would do the same for you and yours. I pray this year that you find the joy in knowing that God gave His only begotten Son, that you and yours might have life and have it more abundantly. But more importantly, that you might know Him and spend an eternity with Him. God bless you all. On behalf of